We can truly begin the next step for me to help you reach what you wanted. Assimilate with me. By assimilating with me, you will be able to recover the memories you have lost because of the one that trapped you here. I am ready. I don't want to run away anymore. Very well. Accept all the burden that you left behind once again. My name is Honey Darius. I am currently researching a way to give people superpower. Essentially, it converts someone's inner wishes for power into reality by modifying their body to suit their wishes. The technology is called the Wish Granter. However, my research has come to a standstill because of several major flaws in my technology. Since the Wish Granter works by taking the strongest wishes or desires from someone, sometimes those wishes don't fit with what the user actually wanted. Not only that, because of the limitation of modification that can be done to the body by the technology, it can do weird things to the body just to fulfill that wish in a technicality level. Like a conniving genie that always twists your wish. Never mind having your wish be twisted by the Wish Granter, most people don't even have a strong enough inner wish for power to be detected by it. I'd say that it was caused by most of the testers having lost their motivation to pursue their own dream and only following the flow, but nobody would ever admit to something that gloomy. It would be fine if the Wish Granter would leave you alone if you don't have enough wishes for it. But sometimes, it can affect someone's mind to pursue that wish more intensely, while still giving the power that fits their wishes. Combine that with the wish which might not fit with what they say they wanted, and someone can act entirely differently than what they used to, with crazy superpowers to boot. These are the obstacles to my research that I've been trying to fix with no end yet in sight. Unfortunately, the universe doesn't wait around for you to unravel their mystery, even more so people. I've come to report on the progress of today's research. The last solution that you proposed is still insufficient to fix most of the glaring issues of the project. We'll have to look for another solution to work around those issues. While you're looking for those solutions, we'll try to find some workaround in the meantime. Thanks, Luke. By the way, I heard that more people have decided to leave the project. I've convinced some people to stay, but you should try to come down and meet with your team more often to reassure them that the project is fine. Nobody's going to stop leaving until I prove to them that I can actually make a breakthrough again with this research. That is one part of it, sure, but there are multiple factors that cause people to leave. Even if you eventually make the breakthrough that you wanted to do, you think there's going to be anyone left to celebrate it with you? If you only came here to tell me that for the 10th time this week, like all the others, then might I suggest that you return back to work instead? I tried, Miss Kendrick. I really tried. His sound trailed off as he walked out of the lab that I've imprisoned myself in for the past weeks. There's a part of me that regretted kicking him out that day instead of listening to his advice wholeheartedly, but I was too narrow-minded that day. And I'll soon come to regret it. It'll be fine, honey. Just tell them the usual roundabout summary of the project like always. Afterwards, you just need to answer some questions to satisfy them for a bit, and you should be fine. Even if there's going to be another problem that might crop up, I am sure that Harry will help you out. Yeah, I'll be fine. There's no need for you to worry about me, Olive. Honey, If you're actually not really up for it, I could present it this time at your place, in your place, and prove to them I'm even more, and prove to them even more that I am not capable of handling this project. No, I need to do this. Olive, please. All right. I'll quietly encourage you in spirit from the backstage. You better come back in one piece. And yet I will never fulfill that promise to her. My fate was pretty much sealed when I entered that stage. Most of the investors are running out of patience, and so Rose, one of the main investors in the project, uses the momentum to stop my project altogether. That moment will forever be embedded in my mind as the lowest point of my life that I've ever reached. And yet, despite that, my mind instead decides to wander towards the action of both my colleagues, Olivina and Luke. Instead of running away from their problems, they instead try to face them head on and work them out as much as they are able to. And what did I pay them back with? By hiding myself in some fake escapism dream world where it's all happy and rainbows, free from all of the responsibilities that I've set myself with. Even after I fell into Anya's lap, she never stopped or ran away from her responsibilities. I need to stop running away. I need to face my responsibilities head on, even if it's scary. And to do that, I have to go back into the real world. What is this? Another vision? In the vision, I could see Olivina with an attire that resembled her real-life self more than her dreamlike self. She seems to be busy. Before he recovered all his memories back, I need to quickly reset this world back to how it used to. It appears that she is trying to trap me back into this blissful dream of a world. I need to quickly stop her before she is able to, because I am afraid that I won't be able to regain my current courage again if I were to forget all about it. Despite the fact that this isn't the real world, all my experiences in this world are still real after all, and everything that I've been through here is what made me what I am right now. And I won't let everyone else help and sacrifice along the way be in vain. Honey? 3 not responding assets detected. World reset progress 90%. Hey, wake up! Are you okay, honey? I awoke once again back to the cafe where I lost my consciousness last. Anya, who tried to wake me up, is sitting beside me. Oh good, you finally woke up. You were unconscious when I found you here. Anya, how did you get here? Oh yeah, I was, called by Michelle who told me about your condition. You don't have to worry about her, she's just fine, and I asked her to go back home. I am glad that she was safe. Despite the fact that this isn't real, the very real possibilities that I failed to save her would still really hurt. Thank you, Anya. No problemo. That's what an aunt is for, right? Although, I think we have a more alarming problem at hand. I've been trying to bring you out of here to a more appropriate place to rest, but there appears to be something from the outside blocking us in. Sure enough, there appears to be some kind of a glitchy particle engulfing the outside of the cafe. Or maybe it even engulfed the whole world. We can't really be sure. Can't even go through this new hole in my cafe window. Have you been jumping through windows while I'm not around? Sorry, I did it in the nick of time to save Michelle earlier. It's fine. I am sure you looked cool while you're doing it. If Michelle was awake, she might have fallen head over heels for you. Anyway, about the door. Let me try something. I started to walk towards the door to inspect it more clearly. Despite my confidence to find and stop Olivina earlier, I didn't actually have a single idea on how to reach her. But surely finding a way out of this cafe would be a good first step. Have any ideas on what we could do to force the magically locked door open? Oh, have you tried pushing it open harder? I already tried it earlier and failed, but maybe you can do it since you're much younger. I missed Olivina already. Having nothing else to try, I put my whole body mass at the door. 3 not responding assets detected. World reset progress, 90%. And instantly smashed my side onto the floor. For a dream, they sure do hurt as much as the real thing. Well, like what Luke loves to tell me, gravity never differs. Anya, who was behind me, followed me into the room that I'd fallen into. Wasn't there something weird with what she... Wait, room? When I stood up, the dark side road of Anya's cafe front porch was instead replaced with the ever so familiar office of Rose's company. Huh, that's weird. I don't think my front door connects with an office building. An audible door sound accompanied by a subtle locking sound can be heard from the direction we entered. I guess we can't go back through the way we came in from. And it's day already? There goes my beauty sleep. Ignoring Anya's nonchalant attitude towards everything weird about this, I continued to survey the room that we'd arrived in, until my eyes met someone familiar. Harry? I quickly closed my distance in hope of finding someone else who survived this mess. But instead, what I met is a frozen Harry who is stuck in a pose. A glitchy particle seems to envelop his whole body. I wonder how he ended up like this. You don't think you can do anything about this, do you? I am unsure. Despite that, my curiosity wins out over my survival instinct. I reach out my hand to prod the glitchy particle around him and see what might happen. What's up, honey? Any news about your research? My wife has been pulling my leg to pull out my investment in you, but I trust that you've already found a new breakthrough in your research, right? Don't worry, Harry. I promise that I'll get a new breakthrough before the next showing. That same monotone reply. I guess there's still no progress whatsoever. Yeah, I expected as much. We've been together ever since college. Do you think I wouldn't know your tics by now? Honey, listen. I'm not supposed to say this, but my wife has been leading the other investors who are unsatisfied with your recent results to actually pull their investment, and they're planning to actually do it on the next showing. Of course they would. Luck could only bring me so far with research that has no potential whatsoever. I am not done talking. I am currently trying to put a stop to their plan right now, but the only real thing that can stop their movement is if you can bring out a breakthrough to show them. But you will never get it if you're still stuck in this luck and no potential talk. Your research has a lot of potential, that I can see, but you'll never be able to realize them unless you can recognize them yourself. Remember that. Wake up, honey. Did you really take a nap instead of helping me find a way out of here? I finally got woken up from another vision trip by Anya, who's standing over my lying body. As I stood up, I tried to recall back the vision that I experienced earlier. Is that part of my missing memories? Anya, weird question. But do you think you could say something good about me that I didn't know already? I can think of many. Really? But I won't tell you any of them. What? Why not? Because then what's the point of me listing stuff that you're good at if you don't recognize them yourself? You need to learn to appreciate yourself more, and then you'll realize how capable you truly are. So, just like what he said to me. Sorry for leaving you hanging like that earlier. Don't worry, honey. You've already worked hard enough already. All this time, you deserve all the rest that you can get. Hey, honey. Over here. The door that we came in through is unlocked again. Maybe we should go back instead of just standing around here. Dismissing the thought that randomly popped up in my head, I quickly followed Anya out of Rose's office. 2 not responding assets detected. World reset progress, 93%. When I entered the door that Anya entered earlier, instead of ending up back at the cafe, we instead ended up inside of a freaking elevator? As surreal as everything has been so far, this is just taking it to a whole nother level. And just like a regular elevator, the door behind us closes itself with the usual lift door jingle as I feel the lift moving. The only thing missing to make the scene more comical is if the elevator starts playing some elevator music. But never mind that, there's something else more important inside this lift that I instantly noticed when I entered. For instance, there's Enrico, who's been conspicuously inanimate in the middle of the lift, the same fate that befell Harry earlier. When I faced Anya for input, I was expecting her to ask me to help like before, but what I met is instead a smiling Anya who's looking at me expectantly. Seems like that was her way of telling me that I'll probably try to save him anyway without her telling me. Am I really that predictable? I began to reach my hand towards the victim of the glitches once again. I almost got caught. Oh, hi there. Are you, Mr. Darius, perhaps? Sorry, but I think I entered the wrong... If you're just here to interview me about my presentation later at the showing, then you shouldn't waste more of your time asking me. You'll get what you wanted when I come forward later. Or you can also just write any negative thing you want. It'll probably end up being true anyway. What do you mean? Don't people usually try to deny that kind of thing? What's the point of denying them if I can't even show them that I am not who they say I am? A fraud, a liar, untalented. I really shouldn't do this, but... Mr. Darius, I'll be frank with you. You're right in assuming that the mass media right now wanted nothing but to document your downfall. Me and a few other journalists from my company were even tasked to specifically look for negative things that we can report about you for a few months now. See, I knew. I'm not done talking. Did you know what I've found in the months that I've been spending searching about you? Aside from all your investors that are pissed at you, barely a shred of negative news. Instead, what I found are peoples that have been impacted positively by your technology. Yep, although the main goal of your technology is still unreachable right now, certain people like the disabled can still use it to heal or even recover their lost body parts. Something to do with them having the strongest wish to feel their lost senses again or something. I don't know the details. The point is, after discovering all of that, I really wanted to write an article about them, to show the world that you're more than the fraud the media is making you out to be, even if I have to go against my boss. But after looking at you now, it looks like you need to be reminded about this more than the public. From all of the memories that I recovered, I always thought that my technology has always been useless because of all the problems it currently has. And yet, this newest vision has proven otherwise. How could I not realize that yet? Have I been too focused on my main goal that I never considered the impact my technology has on others? Finally woke up, honey? Anya is reaching out her hand to lift me up. As if on cue, the lift door finally opened itself into the next room, the last one. Ready to finally finish all of this? Yeah, let's. I grabbed Anya's hand and lifted myself up, to finally face the end of this little adventure of ours. 3 not responding assets detected. World reset progress, 96%. Oh look, it's your bedroom. It's been a while since I last checked here. I wondered how much has changed. How much has changed? It's a good question. Let's see, we've got the same searchables except for the desk. We have the photo. I kind of regretted the fact that these are the only photos that we had together. You should take more recent photos of yourself and display them around here. I know that I said you should get your deserved rest after everything that you've been through, but we should resolve our current crisis first before we have that. You know, you gotta finish what you started, is what I like to say in this kind of situation. Did you still remember when I gave you this figurine? When I tried giving this to you as an apology for always coming home late, you refused to take it. You said that a detective should never accept an apology that he didn't deserve, and that I shouldn't apologize for working hard for the family. I wonder where you learned that from. After that, we agreed to save the figurine for your birthday instead, although you never stopped eyeing the gift every day until your birthday finally arrived. And the bookcase? Actually, Anya, are these neurology books actually mine? Yep. I can't believe that you're able to bring yourself to read it despite never showing any interest in it before. You're even able to get into famous universities because of it. You make me really proud as your aunt. Wait a minute. This room looks exactly like I remembered. Did you really not change anything about this room till now? I left this house when I got into university, remember? That's why nothing has changed since then. Oh yeah, you left for university, didn't you? I almost forgot about that. And yet, the Anya in this world shouldn't know about that, because the honey of this world never got into a university. And yet you mentioned it earlier anyway. Not only that, but you've been nonchalant about everything that we go through, like when both Harry and Enrico disappeared earlier, you never mentioned or acknowledged it at all. Something that the Anya from this world would have been surprised by. Are you suspecting me as a fake then? Honestly? No. Because when I talk to you, I barely sense any distance between us, as if I could tell you about any worry and sorrow that I have. Something not even the Anya in this world can make me. It's almost as if you're the real thing. And just like that, the dam broke down. Without input, my body quickly launched itself to hug Anya, the real Anya. I miss you. I miss you so much. Hey now, as long as you're trying to make your dream into a reality, then I'll always be by your side. Because that's what I always wanted for you. Are you talking about my old dream to be a detective? That's just an old dream that a naive boy randomly thinks up while he doesn't know anything. But growing up, I finally realized how much I idolized you even more than just some fictional super detective. All the hard work that you did for me to reach my own selfish dream, you could have stopped at any time to fulfill your own dream, and yet you never did. That's why I wanted to make this technology a reality, a technology that can fulfill everyone's dream. So that they don't have to go through the same hardship as you. And yet, I just wasted it like that. Wasted it? What are you talking about? Hasn't your technology already impacted other people's lives for the better already? Some even helped them to reach their own dreams. But what's the point if it's only helping a few? Honey, a dream isn't some grand mission that has to involve everybody. A dream is just something you pursue for your own happiness. That's why some dreams can be more selfish than others. But as long as you feel happy doing it, and you didn't harm others while doing so, you can say that you're fulfilling them. Like me, for example. Have you ever seen me unhappy every time I go back from work? No. Despite how tired you were when you arrived home, your smile when I greeted you at home always felt genuine. Right? And what about you? Did you feel happy when you know your technology has impacted others? I never really paid attention to my technology usage outside of its main goals. But when I heard Enrico's story about how it had impacted some people's life back then, I do feel happy in a sense. See, that's what I'm talking about. Do you finally know what you're going to do when you're out of here? Yeah, I know what's my plan ahead. Just gotta get out of here in one piece now, with Olivina in tow. Sorry, Anya, for misunderstanding your dream all this time. Apology is a good first step, but I am not the one that you owe that apology to. Since, I'm not the real thing. I am only a recreation based on your memories. I know, but you're still the closest one to the real Anya. I'll also apologize to the real one, once I actually am able to get out of here. Oh, I am sure you'll easily convince Olivina to let you out. A girl like her can be easily bribed with a dinner or two. Haha, I don't think it'll be that easy, but I'll keep your advice in mind. Bye. Say hi to the real Anya for me, will you? As if on cue, Anya's waving form slowly faded away, with the room as a black void consumed the space around me. It's time for the confrontation of the lifetime. All memories assets recovered. 100%. Awaiting confirmation world reset progress. The world was slowly swallowed by utter darkness. But unlike the darkness from that monster earlier, this one feels relaxing and freeing instead. Taking your time, are you? From the darkness appears Olivina, the girl that I've been looking for. Thank you for fixing the assets that were stuck, by the way. I am still not letting you out that easily, though. What? Even if I promised dinner? You're just confused with all the memories you've gotten and the things you hear from the rogue memory processes that you're with. I think it's rogue memory process. You will definitely regret it if you decide to go out into the real world. Yeah, I wasn't expecting this to go swimmingly anyway. Time to come up with something. Just give up, honey. Let me fix this world for us instead. Whatever you're trying to do, just forget about it. I am the master of this place, so I can literally alter reality itself to stop you this instant. The moment she said that, I saw her holding the necklace on her neck with a trembling grip. The necklace in question looked almost like the gift that I gave her earlier, or something much more familiar. Could that be it? Ouch, that sounded so cheesy even for you. Shut up! I am being serious here. But how am I going to get it from her? Oh wait, I have that, don't I? But does it still work? Only one way to find out. I started to circle around Olivina. Olivina, being cautious around me despite her supposed reality power, starts to do the same thing. I already remembered everything. There's no point in keeping me here anymore. I need to go back outside, to the people that need me instead of forever wallowing in sorrow here. People who need you. The only ones you will meet outside will be people who hate your guts. Nobody needs us anymore. No, I'll prove you wrong. If you let me outside, Olive. What? How do you know? Now. Using my power, I quickly time traveled back to when I was standing beside Olivina's current position. What? Not expecting me to suddenly be behind her, I quickly tried to grab a hold of the necklace on her neck. How did... That's not even how time travel worked. She reacted quickly and grabbed my hands in her own grip, leaving the necklace dangling on her neck. With our powers useless to help our current situation, only our body and grip strength are left to decide the winner. Give up, honey. Does someone like you have any kind of strength when most of your time is spent inside an office? Yeah, says the one who spends most of her paycheck gorging herself with pudding. I don't gorge myself with any. Ah! With her distracted, I quickly let go of one of her grips to grab the necklace. Wait, don't break it! And use my power to time travel back towards my current position. The necklace is still intact in my hand. Don't worry, I won't break your necklace. I know how important this is for you. Olivina blankly stared at me for a moment, before launching herself into a laughing spree and cackling herself into the floor. Is this really how my whole plan to save you is going to fall apart? Through this kindergarten-level fight that just amounted to you stealing my source of power? Wait, how did I even get triggered by every single one of your teases? I know I've berated myself as being useless for quite a while now, but if there is something I believe I'm good at, it's to push your button when you need it most. I almost forgot that you're usually like this before you got consumed with your work. What the heck does push my button when I need it most even mean? I miss your detective self already. I awkwardly laugh at her as the tension between us starts to drop. Let me at least ask you this. Why did you want to go out into the real world anyway? Isn't the detective life already what you've always wanted? You know how deep down this isn't what I actually wanted. You can't call chasing someone else's dream an actual dream. As long as I feel fulfilled while doing them, does it really matter if I'm doing someone else's dream? Also, doesn't that contradict what you're doing right now? Olivina was about to protest before she cut herself off. She probably stopped herself knowing that no verbal convincing is going to work on me. Alright, I give up. Looks like I still need to learn a lot more as your apprentice before I could even begin to think on bossing you around. Wait, whoa! She quickly composed herself after I suddenly threw the necklace back to her. Why did you? Well, as the local Olivina expert, I knew that you wouldn't go back on your word, so I might as well leave it to you since I didn't know how to use it. I hate it when you're right. After she channels something to her crystal, a huge white portal suddenly appears behind Olivina. Its warm light invading the cold black expanse that we're in. Nothing screams, this is the way out, quite like it. Alright then, I guess this is it. Do you want to ask a question still lingering on you? When we get out of here, I am sure that we're going to have a lot to answer to, and won't be free for a while. I do have questions, multiple even. Oh boy. Alright, we have an interrogation. What is this place? So, where are we exactly right now? I can explain that to you in a jiffy. We are currently inside my dream machine. Using your memories as the base assets, I was able to create environments and people from your memories to exist in the stream, even ones that you only dreamed of. Then I can modify the assets of the dream with some limitations to keep everything inside the dream consistent. Like for example, creating cases for you to solve, assigning people new roles in this new world, giving you fake memories about your detective life here. Don't you think the bit about fake memories seems a little ethically irresponsible? Yeah, well, you're technically right. But you forced my hand, alright. How am I supposed to make you forget about your traumatic event otherwise? I can think of a few, but I understand. You worked with what you have while under the time constraint that's pushing you, and I am still grateful for what you did. Thank you for understanding. There's still more to explain, however. You see, there's this limitation on the dream machine where its modification on the world has to still abide by the physical laws of the universe. After all, the asset this dream is based on doesn't realize that he's inside a dream, so the stuff that I can modify is limited. Which then begs the question, how are we going to give people superpowers in this world? Simple. That's where your technology comes in. Unlike the real world, Dream is a lot more malleable to your technology modification. And that's why using your tech algorithms, I can give a bunch of people in this world superpowers with almost no consequence whatsoever. And there you go. Huh. I'm glad that you can find another use for that technology of mine. Just one question though. Why superpowers? Can't you just give me a normal detective dream? That's going to need an entirely separate topic to explain. What? Why? Next question. Okay. Yeah, let's ask about some of our other characters. Michelle? How did Michelle end up here? I can understand some other people that I recently met, but my high school ex? How should I know? It's your own dream. I myself couldn't care less about her, and neither should you. And there's that unwarranted hostility, too. What is your problem with her anyway? Is it really just jealousy? Sorry, jealousy does play a part in it. But I also still vividly remember the last time you told me about why she left you. What kind of girlfriend left her boyfriend just because she was too lazy to enter the same university? She was just being realistic about her limits. Well, then work on it together. Isn't one of the points of having a partner is to improve each other's limitations? Whatever you're going to tell me, you can't change my mind about her. End of story. Leah. If you're in control of everything, why are you surprised when you found out that Leah is the one that manipulated Harry? Well, first of all, that Leah's final confrontation is not part of the case that I planned for you to solve. It was supposed to be just a misunderstood affair case, and yet, you know the rest. And second of all, how do I say this? Remember one other flaw in your technology that can cause people to develop abnormally aggressive tunnel vision towards their goal? Let's just say that when I copied your memories, the moment I inserted you here, you're not exactly at the best place mentally, and that affects the resulting memories. Combine that with your technology, and the result is dream-crazed people with superpowers. I already tried to suppress those urges by giving them false memories, but you see what happened when they cracked. Those can be caused when something familiar from their original memories reminds them of who they are, which is essentially me. Which is why I... Forget about that. We're planning to go out anyway, so there's no need to concern yourself about them anymore. But still, Emily. What about Emily? Who was Emily, actually? Oh yeah, Emily. I guess she told you about her true nature. Did you know that she's actually me based on your memories? Huh? Okay. I wasn't originally intended to stay in the dream with you, which is why, when I entered, she was already there in my position. And she couldn't be any more different than me. Honestly, honey, what's with the frequency of teasing? What did you see in me that made you think of me like that? What about the move that you frequently made on me these recent years? Aren't those just you teasing me for still not having any girlfriend yet at this age? Oh, sure. I guess I do frequently tease you. Back to the topic at hand. Thankfully, I was able to convince her to swap places with me. That's how I ended up as your assistant, while she started to work as a receptionist under a new name, Emily Dillon. Since I told her about everything, she even started to become her own person instead of just an imitation of me. That's why I also give the reins to handle the case making and guidance to her instead, after she told me that she wanted to help. Unfortunately, this was around the time that I didn't realize the consequences of the familiarity factor, which is why she ended up doing what she did. Yeah, I'll make sure her sacrifice won't be in vain. Sacrifice? What are you talking about? Huh? Didn't Emily tell you that she only exists as an asset in this dream world? I'm not stating that to undermine her existence. I am just saying that being killed in this world wouldn't result in the deletion of the asset. You could just recover her body back to normal. Shouldn't Emily already know this? I can already vividly imagine her smirking at me from somewhere far away. I hate it here. Yeah, Olivina? You know, ever since I saw your real-life version in your lab coat attire earlier... So it was you earlier. I've been thinking, why did you change your appearance to be more youthful here? It's definitely not because you wanted to allure me. Michelle being my ex should be pretty telling about what my type is. No, I don't have anything to do with you at all, actually. Oh, sorry. Do you want to, sorry, I don't think I can share it with you right now. All I can say is that watching over you is not the only reason why I also entered this world. I won't blame you if you're going to think less of me for being here with a more selfish reasoning. Maybe at some point in the future, when I am ready for it, I could share it with you, but not right now, no. It's alright. I'll be ready to hear you out when the time comes. The future. Yeah, let's talk about the future. Honey, what do you plan to do when you finally get out? You've lost the patent on your wish granter technology to Rose, so I suggest we should work on taking them back from her one way or another. Honestly, I kinda wish the real Rose was as pleasant as the one I met here. I have to decline that, actually. Right now, I am done trying to finish that indomitable project. What? I thought... But I do plan to repurpose my knowledge on the technology into something else grandeur. Less grandeur, but still useful nonetheless for the people that need it. I understand if you wanted to leave me after this. No. You already dragged me too deep in your deep, dank rabbit hole, and there's only one way to go. Plus, I still have a lot to learn from you anyway. So don't worry. I think I could still take a few more years with you. Thank you, Olive. My power. Honey. Either you're stuck as a detective or you suck as a detective. I'm gonna go with you suck as a detective. Excuse me? That came out of nowhere. Did you know how many times you failed to finish your case because of how bad you were at being a detective? You definitely have the smarts to become a detective, but you lack literally everything else. That's why I came up with the idea to give you superpower. Wait, can't you just, like, give me detective training or something? I've tried that already, but your brain seems to really remember your past and flaw vividly, to the point that it was hard to modify it. Yeah, I do like to do that, huh? So the best I could do is to make your recent memory fuzzy so that you wouldn't question how you ended up as a detective. Henceforth, the amnesia. Speaking about power, I wonder where I got mine from. Ah, your time-traveling power. The most busted thing this world has to offer. Did you know how many limiters I have to put on you so that you didn't think up a way to use your power that would violate a bunch of physical laws? What do you mean? I travel back in time and then boom, I appear 1 or 2 hours earlier to do whatever I want. What is there to violate? Honey, for the sake of my sanity, please read a single time travel book when we get out of here, at the very least. Either a theoretical study or science fiction, I don't care. Just read one, please. Anyway, as how you come to get it, we are still unsure about the finer details on how your technology decides what power to give someone. Maybe it's because it found your deep desire to talk with your aunt back before your university years? No, that wouldn't be possible. I still can use my power when I fought you earlier, remember? That's true, but what if your current powers differ from your last one? Because your last wish was already fulfilled, perhaps. What? I don't think we ever encountered changing dream parameters like this at testing. That's true. Then again, we are inside a dream, so even the weirdest of dreams can probably be more easily fulfilled in the place of its namesake. But wouldn't this mean that you have a new dream now? I guess you could say that, yeah. Well, whatever it is, it's pretty obvious that what you've pulled earlier isn't time travel. It honestly feels more like a teleportation. It's almost like you inherited Emily's superpower. Our real-life self. What's happening with our real body? I don't even know how long I've been here. 3 months and 13 days to be exact. We've been in here a lot longer than what you could remember. This isn't the first time that you're able to recover your memories, although this is the first time you're able to reach this place. The past you that recovered their memories reacted a lot more different to the realization than you are, which is why I was forced to reset the world and your memories. 3 months. Our bodies are going to be okay being left alone all that long? No need to worry about that. I asked a favor from Luke, the real one, to take care of our bodies while we're inside. Although, I feel like I forgot something important that I needed to do for him while I am here. Probably not that important. I am honestly looking forward to teasing Luke on how much down bad his dream self is on your mom. Well, aunt. But you know what I mean. I think that's enough to fill my interrogation quota for the day, and maybe the rest of my life. So, I am ready to go whenever. All right then. Olivina then lifted her hand with the necklace. She was trembling while doing so. Detecting her hesitation, I grabbed her hand with mine to reassure her. Honey, about that dinner that you offered, I think I might take you up on that. But change the dinner into pudding instead. I think I really miss eating the real thing after all this time. I'll buy you as many as you want, Olive. I owe you that much at least. Good. Just a reminder that after we left our research and got kicked out from our lab, we're basically broke right now. So you better come up with a quick money scheme fast if you want to hold up your promise. Wait a minute. Finally getting her courage, she starts to close her eyes, a smug smile still plastered across her face. And soon, a bright light starts to envelop the space that we're in. The trek to my destination is still as rocky as I remembered it. But still, the fact that I can finally meet with her again after everything that happened pushed me to keep going. Finally, after walking for what feels like miles in this place, I found the spot at last. It's been a while, hasn't it, Anya? I placed the sunflower that I've been holding on her grave as I kneel beside her. Sorry for not visiting for quite a long while now. I was lost in my chase towards our dream for a while, but I am back now. Despite how long I've left her grave now, Anya's grave still looks almost as pristine as I remembered it being. Seems like Luke's been busy. I am glad that I can finally give the both of you that alone time that you guys wanted. Did you know that I met another version of you both that fell head over heels over each other? She said hi to you, by the way. Big fan. I wonder if that's what you're going to end up like if you're still... Let's stop that thought right there. She wouldn't want to hear sob stories all the damn time while I am here. Oh yeah, I finally understood what you wanted from me back then. You've worked hard for me so that I could reach my dream, right? However, you didn't torture yourself while doing it for my sake. You always felt genuinely happy. Well, I can reassure you that I wanted to continue your legacy of helping others like that. Sorry for not realizing that sooner. After I lost myself for a while, to reach a more grandeur vision of that dream, I can finally say that I am able to feel happy while doing it now. Right now, I am working with Luke, Harry, and Olivina to use a new iteration of my technology to help others, on a much smaller scale than before. I can say that it's definitely much more manageable now, especially with everyone's help. Speaking of Olivina, I am really glad for her company after all this time, and I was actually planning to propose to her recently. However, I'm afraid that until now, she's still holding something for me that she didn't want to share. Anytime I tried bringing it up with her, she always clams up from telling me more about it. Despite that, though, I don't mind waiting for her to work up the courage to finally share it with me. It's the least that I could do for my best apprentice ever. As I finished my heart-to-heart talk with Anya, I noticed the sun starting to set. Sorry, Anya, but I think my time is up. I am planning to finally pay up the promise that I have to someone that I just raved about earlier. Something about a pudding. Goodbye, Anya. I'll see you again soon, with much more happy news, hopefully. Okay, I feel like that was a little more substantial ending. Definitely more food for thought, but it also kind of frames the world a little more. Like, kind of refines some of the hints that there were about Olivina kind of like being like the administrator of the world. So I started this video once I got to a point where I felt like I was on the path to an ending, but it took some fishing. Like I did some different choices and more or less went back to the start of the game. I don't know how much of the changes that I did were necessary, but I will stop this video because if I do go through it, I will find the last ending. If I don't, well, I'll just talk about what I did find. All right. Later.